Ladies and gentlemen, for the next session, which is on HR practices in hospitality, cost-cutting, sustainability of labor, hospitality education, I'd like to invite on stage the chairperson of this session, Colonel K.C. Menon, Regional Manager, Human Resources, ITC Hotels, South India. Welcome, sir. He joined Indian Army in 1979 as an infantryman and worked in field of officer selection. He joined ITC Hotels in 2001 in HR and specializes in new startups. I invite the first speaker of our session, Mr. Vijay Cherian, Managing Director, Marg Hospitality Private Limited. Welcome, sir. Mr. Cherian joined the hospitality industry in 1975 in Leeds, UK. 16 years he worked with the Taj Group. 1997 he launched his own company, Marg Hospitality Private Limited, which manages several hotels across 6 states. I now invite our second speaker of this session, Mr. Rallen Gomes, General Manager, Human Resources, the Gateway Hotels and Resorts, Taj Group. Welcome, sir. Mr. Gomes has 19 years of experience in hotel operation, learning and development, and human resources. His current assignment is to look after HR of 41 hotels of Taj Group spread across South India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Malaysia, and London. I now invite our third speaker of this session, Mr. S. Rajamohan, Principal, IHM, Chennai. Welcome, sir. He is the Principal and Secretary of IHM, Chennai, under the Ministry of Tourism, Goa. He is also Master Trainer from Department of Personnel and Training. Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over this session to the moderator, I would like to once again announce that all the delegates who are not staying in the allocated hotels are requested to register their names at the help desk, which is outside this hall, for going to Ramoji Film City Transportation. The buses, the coaches will leave this hotel for their respective hotels at 3:30 p.m. and from each hotel the buses are going to start for Ramoji at 4 p.m. I also request all the delegates who require airport transfer to connect with the help desk, which will be open now and as tomorrow as well. I now request all the session members to please introduce themselves to the audience members. Over to you, sir.
Can we request Mr. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To start with, before we will have the introduction first, then we'll take you through our thoughts on the subject. Mr. Rajmohan, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm S. Rajamohan, the Principal and Secretary of the Institute of Hotel Management, Chennai, under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. As well, I have got about 34 years of experience in education as well as in hospitality training. I started my career, I passed out from Pusa and started my career with the Oberoi Group of Hotels and worked with the Taj Group of Hotels before joining the education sector. Then I have been working as a principal for the past 7.5 years. And it's been a great learning. What I learned in the industry, I have tried to imbibe into the learning for the students as well. I'm a master trainer with the Department of Personnel and Training, DOPT, Government of India. And I'm on the board of the Tamil Nadu Tourism Development Corporation as the director. I'm the director of the IHM Kovalam as well as the board member of the IHM Trichy also. And I'm the director on the board of the Board of Studies of All India Council of Technical Education. This is my brief, whatever I have been doing. My commitment is for the hospitality, education, to provide human resources for the hospitality industry. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Ralin Cunha Gomes, and I keep it short to Ralin Gomes because it becomes easier. I've been in this industry for about 19 years now, but I started off in operations. So I usually don't call myself a typical HR, but I moved from operations into human resources. Spent a couple of years in operations, then decided to move into learning and development and spend a good amount of time there. Was integral part of the launch of the brand that you know now, which is the Vivanta brand. Then moved into human resources, looked after the human resources for the sales and marketing vertical across all geographies in the globe. Then I moved as head of HR for the Gateway Hotels, managed the HR for luxury hotels for some time. And just about a month ago, I'm sure most of you know there are a lot of changes that are happening in the company. As part of the change, I've moved to be based out of Bangalore, and I now take care of the human resources for the hotels in South India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Malaysia, and London. So yeah, so that's as brief as I can get. Thank you. I look forward to this session, though.
Good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vijay Cherian. I've been in the industry for the last, I think, 40 years now. My first salary wage was at the age of 16. I was 16 years with the Taj, and then I started my own company. We started as a consultancy firm, but we do manage assets for other owners. We currently manage about 12 hotels. We are coming up in several more destinations shortly. I thank the Sierra Committee for giving me this opportunity to address you. Thank you.
I must say that, we normally in HR talk about pink slips. One slip has already reached me. It reads, it will be appreciated if the session will be completed by 15:15. So we will start with the backdrop as an HR person. Firstly, an introduction, a very brief one. Because of this note, I started as an infantryman, as soldier, worked in various parts, tenure in Sri Lanka, tenure in Somalia, then no one knew Somalia at that time. When I was in Somalia, spent 15 months there. Worked in the field of officer selection for the services, and that is how I got into HR of hotels. I've completed 14 years with ITC Group of Hotels, and I'm a startup person. I go and start hotels and move on. I am now in the largest startup of ITC, that's ITC Grand Chola. I look after the HR of the southern hotels of the company. I think that is adequate. Now, speaking on the topic, I would say it's a most interesting topic to speak on, and I think they have deliberately put, I must ask Rangachari, he must have deliberately put this topic post-lunch, and that to a most sumptuous lunch that we had. Everyone are looking for solutions, and when I saw what is happening these days, and when you look at what is happening, how things are. When I joined hospitality, or rather, I would say more than a decade back, luxury rooms cost, one room night was around 12K, and entry-level salaries used to be 6K. Now, when you look at it, it has reversed. Salaries are moving in the range of 10 to 12K. Luxury hotels are going at 6K. Energy costs have tripled. Food costs, similar. Every cost has increased. And more than anything else, despite having proliferation of colleges, human talent there's an extreme dearth. And I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to ask, how do we deal with all this poaching and losing of people? What do we do? I can see the questions already emerging on this.